Well, let me not make a judgment call, but let me submit that Cairn Energy is one of the 83% of world's discoveries which are done by small companies. What's beautiful is they were a very small company 10 years ago, and all of a sudden now they have huge billions of dollars of turnover. And this is in line with the international discovery history, that the big guys don't discover as much as the small guys do. And it's a crack team, and it certainly deserves the consideration for your very important award. Small is beautiful and small is big.
And they have made it to the top 100, the top companies in UK. Indrajit, your views on Cairn India, they've also made a difference as far as the community in Barmer is concerned.
Absolutely. I think a lot of big oil companies, in fact, in 2004, I think they bought that oil field from Shell, and Shell decided to vacate it. And look at what they found. And it took years of persistence. So, and they've transformed that local community in Rajasthan. And what difference it makes to India's oil security, because by, I think, 2012, they'd account for almost about, 16% of India's oil production and help India save close to about $3 billion. That's a huge achievement, and it took enormous amounts of persistence for a small oil company, as Dr. Mitra was talking about, to pull this off.
Right, and they've certainly pulled it off in a great way. Let's talk about our other nominee, also a team responsible for a feat rarely done anywhere in the world. Like commandos, they parachuted into the Satyam crisis, saved the company and also preserved dignity and image of corporate India, which was on the verge of taking an irreversible dent. Indrajit, do you think that Team Satyam clearly deserves the award for being able to do what they did, separate the bad from the good, saved Satyam finally?
Karma, I think it was a rare act of public service for people as senior as Dr. Kiran Karnik, Deepak Parekh and Mr. Achyutanandan to jump into this crisis, because it obviously poses that things could have gone terribly wrong. So it also represents an enormous risk to their own careers.
Right.
Until, I think, the few hours away from the bidding process, no one knew whether there'd be enough bidders. But they pulled it off, right? So I think and they got enormous support from the government, at the highest levels of the government, I think the Prime Minister himself.
Right, and Geeta Piramal, do you think government support is responsible for them being able to deliver the way they did?
Well, it was important because if you'll remember, there was even a member of parliament who protested against his team. But the point which Indrajit says about courage, that's really important. I think there were concerns amongst which they mentioned in personal conversations about the possibility of the damage that could happen to the career. They were courageous, and I think it was really the experience that they had. They had knowledge of law, they had knowledge of IT, they put together a crack team below them. The speed with which they handled vendors, all the different claimants which came forward, the uncertainty amongst the employees, and the impact of, I mean, there was so much sentiment in the US. US is reeling under various scandals, and they're looking for a scapegoat to join them, and India didn't happen because India dealt with their crises much better.